In this video I'll be going for the Platinum Trophy in Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is a survival horror game where you take control of two protagonists, FBI agent Saga Anderson and writer Alan Wake. Before diving in, let's take a quick look at the trophy guide. The Platinum is rated around a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, requiring one playthrough and roughly about 20 hours to complete. It sounds pretty manageable, but there is a catch. A total of 13 trophies are tied to collectibles, so you will need to keep an eye out for those. Since the Platinum isn't too demanding, I'll be focusing on showcasing the highlights of the story as we make our way through this eerie and atmospheric experience. The first trophy, called Hunting Season, can be earned by completing the Cult chapter. We control this naked man lost in the forest. We run away from something. We see a light in the distance. It's a car. But not only that, some black people appeared and the trophy hunting season unlocked. The Cult of the Tree uses the naked man and his thing to perform a ritual. The cult member uses his knife to stab into his heart and he pulls his heart out. Two people who had no idea have seen the event. They both survived and escaped. Later, these two people become crucial for solving this mysterious ritual. We finally get introduced to the new character. Her name is Saga. She's a mother. I thought we would control Alan Wake immediately, but that's not the case. The game is split into two character storylines, but they both share the same story. It's really twisted and confusing, but we will get to that. First, we have arrived at Cauldron Lake. This is the location of the ritual, where the naked shaking penis man died. But before we get to the crime scene, I can get another trophy called Nightmare Territory. I just have to pick up a map. Now, we want to go to the crime scene. But this police officer is in my way.
Half right. They got it, Thornton.
The conversation is over. We finally can go to the crime scene. But before that, we get introduced to the mind. Inside, here we can solve a case much better. Without clues, there is no investigation. To solve the case in the mind, we have to find clues and evidence to complete a case. After that, I found manuscript fragments. With them I can upgrade my weapons, but I need way more than 2, so we have to wait for that. We finally arrived at the crime scene. I collect multiple clues. We find out that the naked man was a FBI officer. After collecting clues, I found a chest. There is a trophy for discovering a cult stash, and after opening the chest I got my trophy's secret stashes. But there is also a trophy for finding every chest in the game. That's why I have to pay attention to these stashes. We follow Nightingale's trail. He dropped a manuscript. Is it from Alan Wake? For finding the first manuscript I got the trophy, not the last. We did everything in Cauldron Lake. Now we can drive to Bright Falls. We found out that the two civilians were in the forest while the ritual happened. They should be in the diner, but before we go into the diner, we see this man dance. This was weird, so let's get to the diner. Here we are, but again a police officer is in our way. I don't want to talk with you, man. Leave me alone. There they are. We saw them in the cutscene. We go into our mind place to piece everything together. We found out that the woman picked up a necklace. It's from the cultist of the tree. Investigation is finished, but suddenly a woman called Rose is starting a conversation with us. And she seems to know us, but Saga has no idea who she is. And then she said something about Logan, Saga's child. After that strange encounter, we go to the sheriff department to investigate Nightingale's body more deeply. As we know, something is hidden inside of him. It's another manuscript page. Tim, another police officer, said he also found some pages, but the atmosphere changed. Nightingale is still alive.
Show me the clicker.
have to go into the light. We can prevent enemy attacks by simply using the light to our advantage. Nightingale is confused. I used my chance to run to my weapon. I shoot him, but he disappeared. And we completed this chapter. And for completing a chapter we earn a trophy, and in that case I got somebody's home. Back at Cauldron Lake again. We start the chapter the heart. I run through the forest, then I found a dark substance. We can destroy it with our flashlight boost, and behind this substance was a fuse. After that I found the last. I need to activate this circuit breaker now. Electricity is on. And this is a break room, where we can save the game and put some items into the shoebox, which will be crucial for our journey. I explored the forest a bit more and got to the hut. Randomly an enemy appeared. It's a cultist. I used the flashlight boost and got the trophy Darkness Coil. And I also got Chase the Source, for which I have to destroy a source point. There's another dark substance protecting something disgusting. It's Nightingale's heart. I got the heart. And then I got the trophy grew bigger for upgrading the inventory size. Then I found a weapon. And as you know, for a trophy we need to collect all weapons. There are a lot of weapons, but for this specific weapon I got Bring It for finding the sword of shotgun. I can continue the story now. We have to put Nightingale's heart back in place. Something happened. The area's colors formed itself into a red-like cloud. I ran through the mysterious forest. But Nightingale is waiting for us. It turns into a boss fight and we will earn a trophy for defeating the boss Nightingale. This is the first boss in the game, and so far I wasn't doing really good with the aim. Hopefully I can finish him first try. I got Lawman Trophy. We got to a dark place, inside a saga with Alan Wake. He's back. Randomly we got teleported to a beach and there's a man lying on the ground. It's Alan Wake. And like that we earn another trophy into the overlap for completing the chapter hard.
Where did you go?
Back in the forest, now it's time to earn some combat trophies. First one is, this is the moment, for which I have to dodge at the last minute to avoid an enemy attack. I got this is the moment. And because I got injured while going for this trophy, I can now get Felt Good for using a healing item. I reload my save because there's a trophy called Shining in the Night for igniting a hand flare to keep enemies at bay. Nice trophy popped. After that grind I got to this hut and I can earn a trophy called Filling the Shape for placing a charm in all of the bracelet slots. We can finally leave this ugly forest. So I got back to Bright Falls. Our interrogation begins. The lucky one is Alan Wake. Alan Wake was looking into the break room, and like that we wake up in a resting room with a TV. I was confused at the beginning, because I didn't know where to go. I stopped and we can interact with the TV. I got into the show. Now I'm in the studio. We explored the area, but the dark presence spotted us. And then we woke up in a different place. I think this is from the first game, this hut, where he ended up, I don't know. Saga has her own investigation room, and Alan Wake as well. Alan tries to escape this nightmare by simply changing the story. Yet beneath this nightmare lies a darker truth. And so the loop begins. But something has changed. This time we meet a NPC and he gave us a key. I used the key. There's a shoebox. Inside is the so-called clicker. With that I can grab and give the light to change between different realities. As Alan said, this place is a nightmare. End of part, and we earn talk show. We enter a city. Looks like in New York. A phone is ringing. While talking, a ticket fell from the telephone. It's for the subway. Our next goal is the subway. Initiation 2, Casey. But someone is wandering in the dark. It's Casey. He took his gun out. The area has changed, and that's why Casey decided to go and check it out. I got to Casey again, but look at that. Casey is injured. I loot what's left of it, as every gamer does, and for finding the revolver and the flashlight, I get the trophy Find the Light. But I can immediately get another trophy called Carry His Words. I just have to discover a word of power. Then I try to find a way to the subway, but these enemies are in my way. And I randomly unlock the trophy aimed ahead for defeating 5 enemies with headshots. By giving light to this location, I opened the way to the subway. Finally, the ticket comes to use, the Caldera station. By listening to the echo, I got a plot element. With it, I can change the scenery and open new ways. While exploring the subway, I read Find Alice. Maybe a message for Wake? I have to use plot elements more often than I thought. Further inside, I witness an enemy, and for stunning an enemy with a flashbang, I can get the trophy Stunning Vistas. I found another echo, and with the plot element, I can enter the derailed train. Stacked corpses all around. Now something will happen which I didn't expect at all. The dark presence appeared, stronger than ever. I tried to escape through the train.
Fuck!
The break room is our only option. It was closed, but I did it. Trying to leave the subway, the dark presence appeared a second time. I survived, but the nightmare continues.
I'd seen it before.
I enter some kind of cave. In front of us is the naked man. His thing exposed, that means it's Nightingale, but his heart is also there. It disappeared. Maybe Saga was faster. We communicate with Saga again, but this time from Alan's perspective. Alan is aiming for the Parliament Tower next. That's the end of the part, and for reaching it I got New York City. As you know, we have to get to the tower, so we leave the cave and head straight to the Parliament Tower.
Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing?
I use the elevator and search Alice. That starts haunting Initiation 3. In the kitchen lies a memory card. We have to watch a 5-minute movie of Alice. 5 minutes later. I can enter the screen, and that chapter was short. We got the trophy returned for ending this part, but also the other side for changing between stories once. Back as Saga, we interrogate Alan again. Alan is actually hiding more manuscript pages. After investigating Alan, I travel to the next city, Watery, and the chapter Local Girl begins. Here's a stand to vote for Major Setter. Finding all of them will unlock the Major, and I have to pet him. It's required for a trophy called the Nice Things in Life, but later more to that. Finally, the shoebox comes in handy, because my inventory is completely full. I head straight to the forest of Watery. These 2 guys are in my way, but that isn't the strange part. They seem to know Saga, but Saga hasn't met them before. They told us that we have a trailer here. We ask for the keys. They can be found at Coffee World. On the way we hear some noises. It's a new enemy type. I can unlock a trophy called Stop the Monster. The requirements interrupt a taken thrower's relocation attempt with the flashlight boost, but it turned out to be the most annoying trophy so far. Maybe I did it too early or too late, and that loop multiple times. I used all my batteries, and that's why I had to reload my save multiple times. But then I got the chance. If you look closely, the enemy makes a small movement before he dashes, and with that knowledge I just need to time it right. Stop the monster. I found some dolls. They are important for multiple trophies. And also a collectible type, so-called rhymes. I need to complete all of them for a trophy, but more to that later. Now it's time to collect a new weapon, the crossbow. I activate the generator and open the chest. Inside is my crossbow and also the trophy greatest hits. I found another rhyme, and for solving 5 of them I got the trophy strange reality. And because we now have the crossbow, we can get a trophy called in one go, for which I have to defeat an enemy with a single shot from the crossbow. The wolf is down. On my way back is another enemy. I can obtain a trophy gone for good by defeating an enemy with an explosion. I got it. At Coffee World we can earn some trophies in this area. The first one is coffee themed fun. I just have to headshot this beer we got to the carousel. A wave of enemies is approaching and one of the enemies grabbed me. I ignited a flare to escape and got the trophy escape its gravity. After defeating the wave I got the screwdriver, which is very useful. And also the trophy finding a way for picking this up. I got inside this shop. Here is a safe. Inside should be the key for the trailer. We got to the location of the trailer, but we find this.
It's in the rain. Must not drink the water or take a bath ever again. Moonshine. Only drink the moonshine, brother.
After this strange experience, I got inside the trailer. We find a picture with another hint on the clicker. But we also find this. Saga's child did drown. She is trying to reach David. And outside is a cultist. We follow him. I enter a warehouse. Inside is a locked door. I open it and in front of us is a hideout from the cult of the tree. But there is also a passage leading into the underground, and we find this. Some cultists performing a ritual, but I found the clicker. I got surprised by an insane enemy. But I managed to kill him. We have to solve some kind of riddle. I investigated a bit more, so I picked up the moose skull mask and put it on this man. I also found a fuse, and with that I repaired the circuit breaker to gain some electricity. Now I use the machine and I have to hit the perfect spot to open a way. I found the circuit board. I also found the toy knife. Cassette tape, my next item. I go back to the riddle and place every item I got and teleport it to a new location. Now we go through the forest and meet the second boss of the game. First I have to destroy the dark substances. The problem is that these 2 enemies make a lot of damage and it's so dark I can't see much. While fighting I got a trophy, back to life, for using a coffee mug charm to prevent death. next trophy unlocked by defeating the boss, Bright Falls' finest. We end up talking with Alan again. Alan is trapped in the dark place. We can save him with the clicker, and for completing the chapter I got back in Watery. I completed multiple rhymes, so I got all of these collectibles, so it's time to leave the area and get back to Bright Falls. Casey stayed with Alan Wake and he noticed something. Outside are the cultists. They want the writer, Alan Wake. Casey said this. And that begins return 4. No chance. The whole room is spilled with blood. I got the double-barreled shotgun. I should have gotten the trophy yippee-ki-yay, but it didn't pop. So I reloaded my save.
So with the dark presence. Gun and a flashlight. How nostalgic.
But the trophy didn't pop again. I looked into Reddit and PCN profiles, and someone said the trophy is random and it can pop in different chapters. So we continue for now. The dark presence attacked Alan, so we switch to Saga and we see that Ilmo is a cultist. A helicopter appeared, it's the FBC. They want to take over the case, but we keep the clicker, very important. And with that we earn the trophy we watch in the night for completing the chapter. The game forced me to backtrack so I can collect the collectibles I need for some trophies. After that I can start the chapter Old Gods, Return 5. I checked on Odin. After that I want to leave the house to find Thor, so I get inside the hospital. It's dark. Here's a PC and I have to put the password in. I found a doorknob and I can earn another trophy with it for finding the hunting rifle. It's inside a room. Get ready for the fight. But we haven't found Thor yet. While going deeper into the hospital, I found another dark substance. I got outside. Something happened with Rose. But I can manipulate her now, so she gave me her key. So I got into the cellar. I want to turn on the electricity. I found the fuse and I did it. Now I need to find a song from the Old Gods of Asgard. We can use this song to open a way into the overlap. I'm inside. I activate the generator.
Anger's remorse. By
I'm inside. I activate the generator. Now we have electricity and we can change between realities by turning the light on and off. The cheap version of the clicker. And I can earn the trophy Cut Short for finding this bolt cutter. I found a button, but it doesn't work. Cynthia appeared. She's haunting me. The generator is right here. Cynthia is the next boss. She has a lot of health. And I mean a lot. I got her after thousands of shots. My trophy, Girl in Love. We got outside. And we have finally found Thor. We have a lot of questions. But before he is answering them, we earn the trophy Old Gods. I asked Thor all the questions. The interrogation of Thor is done. I found a cabinet. Using my screwdriver, I got inside. More collectibles, but soon the collectible grind will be over, I promise. I promise, man. Finally it's over. We got back to the car and I traveled back to Watery. In this store I can get the trophy The Nice Things in Life for petting the Major Setter. The Major is a dog. Just pet this dude. There is the Nice Things in Life. The next rhyme is actually the last one I need. I picked it up and got Rustic Charm. I traveled back to Cauldron Lake for more collectibles. And in this specific location is the last nursery rhyme doll. that I need to unlock the trophy, I'll find you. Now we can go for a shift in reality, because we got every doll. We have to complete all nursery rhymes. I put all dolls down and that unlocked the trophy. Now I can continue the story again. I got into the sheriff department and that started scratch, return 6. Estevez is hurt, so we take over. She gave me the sheriff station keys and then I found the pump action shotgun. That unlocked the trophy stop right there. I've decided to upgrade the pump gun and I will unlock 2 trophies for doing so. Growing stronger and all smiles. I explored the department. And I found Casey. He is still alive. I got to the cells and in one of them is Alan Wake. But the guy in the other cell warned us that he might be too dangerous. We wanna give him the clicker to end this nightmare. But when Saga showed the clicker, the atmosphere changed. And he demonstrates his power on this guy, Jacko. It's the dark presence or scratch, I don't know exactly, but it turns into a boss fight. So first things first, we are way too weak to defeat him. That's why we have to activate the boxes that are shining red. And activating all of them will end this psychotic encounter. We were lucky this time. Next time will be different. And that completes the chapter and we got seeing double. Now back to Casey and Estevez. She told me I can find all informations I need in the locked cell. We have to put the pieces together and we need a work of art to free Alan Wake from the dark presence. So we call the gods of Asgard. They need to write a song about Alan Wake and getting him out of the dark place. I travel to Cauldron Lake. While going through the forest, Thor and Odin go crazy. I got to the lake and that starts return 7, summoning. Let's get started with the concert. A lot of enemies spawned. We try to hold them back. It's time for the clicker, but something's wrong.
This is it! What happened?
Randomly, the trophy Yippee-Ki-Yay popped, and that was a trophy that was glitched at the beginning, as you know. So the person was right, that it pops later. Thankfully, man. We are back as Alan Wake, but he couldn't escape the dark place. We start writing again, and that brought us back to this place. Again, man. We sing. Initiation 4 begins. Back in the TV, the old gods of Asgard begin a concert. We found the clicker again. I finally found the exit. Not completely. I got to the investigation board. We put in songs and that ended the part. It also popped the trophy all his life. I left the studio and outside the phone rings. My next target is the Ocean View Hotel, but I couldn't stay in the hotel. It just looped me back outside. I explored a bit more and there's Casey again. Alan shot Casey. He is down.
I was dead tired. I just wanted it to be over.
I've destroyed dark substances to enter a underground place. I used the clicker to enter this bar, and here's another weapon. It's the last weapon I needed to unlock all accounted for. We got every weapon in the game. Back at the Ocean View Hotel, there's an old school recorder. We enter the screen. It's Alan Wake 2.0, and that's what they do. The party is finally over. We can head to the murder site in the hotel. I enter a new scene, entrance hall. I've reached the murder site. After listening to the echo, we teleported back to the dark place. But I escaped again. We are back at the murder site, but the dark presence is also here. It turns into an escape through the whole hotel. I get through the final scene. I opened this bathroom and we talk with Saga. Our next target is the Parliament Tower. Alice could be there. I got the trophy in a fancy hotel. Inside the tower I take the elevator. Return Initiation 6 begins. In the apartment are multiple TVs. Alice talked about Ellen. We are again in this room. I can't see this anymore. It's a nightmare. Ellen finally figured out that Scratch was using Ellen's face. We rewrite the story again, but then Ellen 2.0 appeared and killed us. That unlocked the trophy told and retold. Writing a new story will help us getting back to the Parliament Tower. Masked Initiation 7 begins. We get back into the studio. Mr. Door is there, and he said this.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
I tried to find the exit. That was a pretty short part. And I got the trophy behind the masks. Another time at the Ocean View Hotel. Back with Zane, that maniac. Ellen told him to not try anything stupid, but he couldn't listen. On his corpse is a ticket for the cinema. That's our next objective. Zane's film. Initiation 8 begins. I try to locate the murder site. I entered the theater hall. The scene can be entered and I end up in a storage room filled with records or tapes. I found another TV, and for the trophy, the Trail of the Rider, it's required to watch all the Rider's journey videos. A cultist appeared. He is saying some weird stuff. I've located the murder site. We talk with Saga again. And we finally know that winning is possible. For completing this chapter I unlocked the Cult of the Word. I pick up the ringing phone. I put 2 pictures into the shoebox. Back at the Parliament Tower. Gone Initiation 9 begins. We are the shooter now. Alan got surprised by the dark presence. We earn his way out. Back at Saga. We're gonna fight against Scratch, one last fight. We're gonna lure him into the cell, but we have to weak him first. The lamps can be turned. I turned all light into the right direction. It's time to lock up Scratch in this cell. It didn't end well. Scratch switched to Casey, and now he got the clicker. It's over. Rock and roll baby unlocked. As Ellen, I go to Estevez. She prepared equipment for me. I drive to Bright Falls. There's a red cloud. It's shining white and bright. Dear Fest Return 8 begins. Inside this diner is the last Koskela Brothers commercial, but something feels off. The trophy didn't pop. I watched it for a few minutes. I got outside and went back. I clicked onto the TV, but nothing worked. But then,
Needed to have a shot at changing it.
oh my god. Luckily the Koskela Brothers trophy unlocked. Back to the story. I pick up the newest book of Ellen. The atmosphere changed. The civilians turned into maniacs. I was too slow and that's what happened. Second try. I did it. We got to a house. While exploring, Scratch appeared.
Fuck off! Fuck off!
Escape was successful. I'm back at the writer's room. And that completes Dear Fest, which unlocked the final Dear Fest. Saga is trapped in her own mind. We need to find a way out.
I neglected my family for my job. I'm a... Casey was being... Scratch was Joel. I need a way out. It's over. I am honored by this moment.
Hey mom, I made you a charm bracelet.
Hey.
Stop.
I finally solved the case and I can leave Sagas' mind. We wake up in New York. Return 9 come home begins. I need to get to the shoebox. Ellen has put 2 pictures inside. The clicker is also in it. We plan with Ellen, the final act, to escape this nightmare.
The more people we save, the greater the cost, and the hero must pay the price.
One of the heroes.
After planning, I earn end of the road.
Alan? Let's do this.
He's here. It's shockingly cold. Past the mirror of the surface. And I will see.
Casey?
Scratch! Now!
A white, searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, we're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside, is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing but sleep.
Saga shot Ellen. By calling Logan, Saga tries to find out if it worked. But no one picks up. And we earn the story come true. And the platinum trophy, Sisu, it's done. So that's the platinum trophy. I have to say that game was pretty good. At the beginning I was kinda confused, of course. It's Alan Wake, but I have to say the first game was really bad of Alan Wake, in my opinion. I skipped all the cutscenes there. I haven't made a video on it, but when I played it, it was very boring. I couldn't play it, man. It was too much. Way too much collectibles, but with the second game I think they tried to minimize the collectibles. There were some collectibles, but not as much, and luckily I didn't need to collect these thermos cups, or how they are called. These were the worst collectibles I've ever collected in my life, but yeah. That's it for the video. If you want to see another video like this, you can click here on the screen to watch. The Invincible, if you like these kind of story videos, you know.